Hello, my guys and gals, and everyone in between. But if you're a groomer or a murderer, then leave. If not, welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be doing our first theory on the channel. And this first theory is going to be about security breach, and specifically about Afton, which is technically Burntrap, but we'll get into it. And we're not going to talk about anybody else yet. Well, not yet, but they will be featured in the video. And the theory is on how Burntrap could actually, possibly, maybe, with a smidge of salt, make sense. So let's get into it. So we start off with FNAF 3, the first appearance of Springtrap, and we know the story of Springtrap already, which I'm assuming, and we already know the story of Fabulous Frights. It opens, it burns down, but Afton survives, and then turns into Scrap Trap, and we'll get to the designs later, and it's actually a part of the theory. So yeah, but anyway, so now that Afton, aka Springtrap, has turned to Scrap Trap, he is now in Pizzeria Simulator, and with the new Fazbear Entertainment thing opening up, and everybody else is there, and guess what? Henry burns all of them down, and Afton is now in HE double hockey sticks, so that's cool. But years later, down the road, they start to look for the animatronic parts to find chips from the old animatronic suits to recreate AI for the new game called FNAF VR, which we already know starts to create glitch trap slash malware. I'll be switching between the two. Anyways, that doesn't matter right now. Which eventually ends up getting into Vanessa, which was a she was a game tester who started testing the game after Jeremy, cut his face off. So yeah, but then Malhair gets into Vanessa's mind and starts telling her what to do. And this is where the theory actually starts. And if you know the FNAF lore, then you know that Vanessa is a worker at Fazbear Entertainment. And since their video game has been doing so well in their AR service, they have enough money to build a new restaurant to, of course, make the Pizzaplex. And here's when Vanessa comes in. And since they're building the Pizzaplex over FNAF 6, which was the most recent restaurant at the time, since they're trying to cover up everything, as we can see in FNAF VR, they would obviously want to start at the main point where mostly everything is. So, since Afton has taken over Vanessa's mind, then that means that he probably knows where he was last burned to death. So, Vanessa starts making her underground layers and her different sections to get around the building to bring Afton back. Like he always does, he comes back. Since I'm assuming that they somehow find Afton's body in the wreckage, because they've built over FNAF 6, like I said previously. And here's where another theory comes in. Since they made Monty and Bonnie, Glamrock Bonnie existed at the same time during the building of the Pizzaplex, and since Monty, I'm assuming, destroyed my Glamrock Bonnie, and he was broken beyond repair, he was thrown out into the garbage, and Vanessa took those parts to rebuild Afton, which I'm assuming are the only types of parts that can work for the recharge station, because I'm assuming that a 1983 animatronic can't work with modern technology. So I'm just gonna assume that's why. So when Vanessa starts rebuilding Afton, she starts using Glad Bonnie's parts, which actually makes sense because they're both rabbits, and if it happened at the same time, that would make even more sense, which gives us more evidence. And that would explain why Afton has some fleshy bits on him. But let's get to that, shall we? If we go back and take a look at all 4 of the Afton designs, we got Springtrap, we got Scrattrap / Afton, we got Malhair / Glitchtrap, we got Burntrap. And if we look at all their designs, they are all very radically different. So let's start off with Springtrap. Springtrap has a good design, but underneath it, there really isn't a lot. There are some fleshy bits thrown around, and he has a full fleshy face, but that's really it. And since Scott isn't really good at making models, it doesn't really look that good, but underneath the suit, it actually looks really good. It actually looks pretty nice. If you've seen the renders and the rare screens, it looks good. But if we go to Scrap Trap and we look under his suit, then just wow, that's just disgusting. He has bone ears. Some of his bones are completely different colors. He has bones now for some reason out of nowhere, and that's really it. And look, he looks like Jimmy Neutron. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. His design is bulky. It's not just it doesn't compare to Springtrap like at all. It can't. You can't tell me that it does. I like his design, but it has way too many problems. That's why I cannot compare it to Springtrap's immaculate design. But let's head on to Glitchtrap / Malhair. His design is good. And in the lore, he is a digitalized version of Afton. So he's basically the same person, just digitalized. Now we get the Burntrap. His design is good, a little generic, but if you can see, he has fleshy bits on him. So, is he the original Afton? Well, in my theory, yes. But he's just controlled by Glitchtrap, but that's literally just the same person, but digitized. But you know what I mean. So, if we look at Springtrap, and then we go to Burntrap, it actually looks like it makes more sense. But if we go in between and we put Scraptrap in there, like he originally was, it doesn't make sense. How do you go to a fully fleshed face with some globby bits around to full bones with a little bit of fleshy bits, and then you go to Burntrap with a little bit of veins of flesh, but a whole flesh face? That doesn't really make any sense. But I took that out the theory, and I'm going to put it back in because of this one thing. Nobody really cares. Nobody gives a crap. Let's be honest. If we went to Springtrap to Scratchtrap and we haven't seen him since, and he's just been retconned out of existence, then Burntrap is going to probably be retconned out of existence. His design isn't better than Springtrap's, but yeah, it's not worse than Scraptrap, but it's not better than Springtrap's or Malhair's. So yeah, in if we were to look at Burntrap and see that he has fleshy bits and a whole flesh face, but nothing else, no bones, except for on his finger, then we wouldn't really care. So that's why I'm just gonna say it doesn't matter, because we went to Springtrap, to Scrap Trap, then to Malhair, and then to Burntrap. If you look at all of their designs, they are all radically different, but they're still supposed to be the same person. So we're just not gonna talk about it, okay? But yeah, that's my theory on how Burntrap can actually maybe possibly make a sort of bit of sense, but still not really make sense design wise, lore wise. Yeah, it could actually make like a tiny bit of sense, but like I said, design wise, no, it makes absolutely no sense. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like, comment, subscribe. We're almost at a whole 10 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. So thanks for everyone who subscribed right now to get me to 9 subscribers. So thanks, mate. Yeah. Maybe I'll do a sequel to this about the Blob. I don't know. I have some ideas. I have some ideas about the Blob, but yeah, like and comment down below if you want to see more of this stuff. But yeah, that's really it. See you guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye.